All right, it should be recording too.
I didn't say anything.
Did you finish?
Yeah. And let's mute all and get started. Okay. You want to go first? You want me to?
You can go.
You'll allow me? I so appreciate it. You can go first. Okay, everyone. We want to go over just a few things, but at first we want to go over where are you guys at? What do you want to accomplish before the 1st of August? And if you want to, you guys can unmute yourself and just say basically your goal for that month. Oh my God, your goal for this month.
I guess I'll go first. Mine is to hit MMP, which I am 1 MP away from it.
You're hitting it, Amanda.
Yes.
I
have 2 ladies right now. Like, one of my VIPs is talking about upgrading, and then one girl that's interested, but I don't know. She keeps, I'm so busy. I have my family in town, kids. It's just crazy. I promise I'll get to it. I'm interested, I swear, but.
You're like, give me your card, I'll do it for you.
Exactly.
You text me as soon as it happens, because it's happening and I'm on pins and needles.
Oh, seriously? I'm going to text her tomorrow and be like, your family's gone, right? Like, let's go.
Let's do this. All right, anyone else? I know we got some MMP goals in here. I know there's a lot of girls.
I missed what the question is.
What is your goal? I know, Amanda, but nobody else does. For the what do you want to reach before August 1st? Basically, what is your goal? So we can just go. Yes. You're so close.
/ trip / everything.
Yeah, everything.
No pressure.
It's making my stomach hurt. I was hurting for Faith. Now Faith hit it, and I'm like, now I'm nauseous again. It's happening. It is. Okay. Anyone else? What's your goal? What do you want to hit? What is the thing you're going for? And you want to get it, and you're getting it before the month end goal. Right. Who's next? Well, should we start calling names? Just kidding. I know, huh? Faith, are you now going for AMM as well?
Not this month, next month.
Next month, right?
Corey says why? Aim for it. That's what he said.
Oh, you got such a good support. Okay. What do you want to do? You want to go after this? You want to just okay, go ahead. No. After you're going ahead. I just went. I don't
No, you go. No, you go. No, you go.
I'll go after you. Okay. So we just wanted to go into a little bit of what it takes to accomplish those goals at the end of the month, right? You guys, this is your business. Even though Christina and I help you, even though we do launch parties with you, even though we send you information you need, it's not our business. It's your business, right? As soon as you start, you open your storefront and you are completely open running your business. And you're not going to say, once Chrissy and Mel get here, then I'm going to take off. No, because it's your business, it's not mine. And I cannot make you successful. I can give you all the tools, but the only way you're going to be successful at this is if you actually apply the tools, correct? So we wanted to go in just a tiny bit of that. Or did you want to hit something before that?
Okay. I'll interrupt you, I promise.
I know you will. So basically we listen to things every single day. I want to go into what is everybody doing, and again, unmute yourself for your self-development. What is your daily thing that you do for self-development? And that, guys, that could be a book you're reading, a podcast. I highly recommend it, though, both of those things, including the Bible, whatever it is that's going to get you through this. Just know that because this is such a roller coaster of a job, because it is your own business, and that is just what it takes. When you're a business owner, it's a roller coaster. If you work a 9 to 5, you know what to expect, but this is something different. So if you can unmute yourself and just share with a group, what are you doing that is your daily motivation? What is keeping you going in the times where you're going to hit a low, or you're going to hear a no, or whatever in this business?
Because you guys, we have heard it all. We have been through it all. We have been through our lulls, our months where like nothing happens. I've had months where I haven't had anybody sign up.
Right.
I've had months where I've lost my rank. You guys, it's happened to us, and it goes up and down, and that is just sales. That is just the journey, and you cannot attain your goal without having the lows. And the lows, if you use those to fuel yourself, then you will hit those highs and you will continue to go up. But you absolutely need self-development. This is like, I'll tell Melody, like, I don't know what's hitting, like, I should be so happy right now, but I'm so depressed. And she's like, me too. And then we're like, oh my gosh, we have not been doing self-development.
No.
It's so important, you guys. Podcasts, books, everything Melody said. So yes, please share with us if you haven't.
And you need recommendations, then also ask away.
Yes.
I guess I'll go first again. I've been reading 100 Days to Brave.
Oh, I
And-
love that
That
one.
was so
Yeah,
good.
it's recommended, I don't know, like a few weeks ago on one of these Zoom calls. And I purchased it instantly because of the quote that she read. Hold on. And it really has like changed my whole thought process and trying to think at things positively instead of negative, trying to always find the positive side, not, negative.
Right.
And it's really helped not only with my mindset, but just my relationships, like, with friends. And I mean, some of you know my sister. And I guess that's my reason that I keep going, to prove her wrong.
That's
Because
good.
Twice that this company has already ran its course.
Oh gosh,
So
I feel
true.
bad.
Prove her wrong.
You know what? That's good motivation. Anytime someone would make fun of mine and my sister's lives, they're like, "Oh yeah, you guys are always doing lives." It would sting. It doesn't mean it doesn't sting when people say things, but you can, if you're doing self motivation, just like you said, you use it and you turn that and you say, "Okay, I'm going to show you." It's not your purpose. It's not your reason. You have your why that's going for you, and that is strong. But you also go ahead. You can hate and say no. You can do all those things, but we're going to keep going.
You know how many girls at the very top that are like, I thought that this person would all support me, and none of them do. Or they've hidden my stories, or they talk crap on me to their families. And it's like, it happens, but they are not our motivation. What our dreams are our motivation. We live for ourselves. We don't live for them. So they shouldn't affect us. That's really what it comes down to. They shouldn't affect us. They're not going to take our dreams away from us.
No,
They don't get
My
that
dream-
power.
To drive a Cadillac up to my sister's and be like, "Oh, you had to buy yours. Oh, I didn't. Oh."
Who's paying for mine? I love it.
You pushed your business a little bit harder, you wouldn't be paying for your Cadillac. But instead you ran out and bought it because you didn't push hard enough.
Exactly.
I love it.
I love it.
Okay, what else? And guys, that is a really good book. Highly recommend that one.
It's short and sweet too. Like we did it with our team. We did every day. We woke up and read it, and it's short and sweet. It's motivation in the morning.
Yeah.
And that one's a really, really good one. You can buy it on
Like-
Amazon.
It's literally like a page or two, and it takes me just a couple minutes. And honestly, I will reread it to like the same page just to understand it better. But it really is, and it makes you think in different avenues, especially right now with the time that we're going through and all of the craziness. It really puts a lot into perspective on how you should be thinking. And
Totally.
What's it called again?
100 Days to Brave by Annie F. Downs.
You'll see it on the Amazon, Amanda. I ordered it.
Yeah, it's on
Get Over Your Damn Self is a really good one too.
Melody just likes to cuss.
I do like to cuss.
She's
I
gonna
like
give you.
that
There's
one.
another one that she likes that cusses.
That one I'm not saying. Faith bought it though too.
I like
What
it.
is it, Faith? Say it. No,
It has the F
she
word
can
in it,
show
right?
it. She has it. She's gonna go get it.
It's not
We're
go
gonna get
after
on a
yourself, but
whole
it's something
new
like that.
level. It is a really. There we go.
Yeah, I said it's
Ah,
not go. I totally just
unfreak
said,
yourself.
I totally was just about to say it's not go F yourself, but it's something like that.
Yeah, un.
That
It's
was
a
a
really-
really- that was a
I-
really good one.
They're really good. and they're really good at almost like humbling you and realizing where your mindset was going and basically how ridiculous it is. But everybody has to get over that regardless in life. And so this is just awesome that we're doing this together. I think it would be rad if we all did a book together too.
Yes.
If you guys want to go ahead and either purchase a new one that we all do together or whatever, it would be rad if we all did that and then just check in every single Monday how it's going. I want to
The
do
other one people talk about a lot,
F1.
going for no.
What?
The other one people talk about, is it going for no?
Go for no.
Go
Go
I like go for no. Go for no was a little bit harder for me to like yeah. Like
Okay.
Oh, I loved it.
I know.
The only thing is like I feel like it gets you going at the beginning of your business to kind of like create a daily
Momentum.
DMO.
Yeah.
But the thing is he kind of believes in what's it called?
Cold messaging.
Cold messaging, and I don't. But you
Okay.
can use his method for just talking to people. So pretty much it's just like you reach out to everybody, you're constantly talking to people, and that is totally what creates momentum. Like if
Right.
you're like, I have no potentials, it's because you're not talking to anybody.
Right.
You have to be talking to people. But he makes your mind switch. It
He does.
totally is like a, oh my gosh, like mind F. and you kind of are just like, wow, like you see it in a whole different ways because
Right.
sales really is about numbers.
Right.
It's about relationships and numbers. So
And
I highly recommend it.
what we make no out to be.
Yes.
You're
Use it as moment.
right. You got to detach yourself from the rejection of no, because
Yes.
in the reality, before you ask a question and after you ask a question, if the answer is no, after, it doesn't matter. Nothing changes except up here, right? If you put value on that no, then something would have had to change. Did your whole business fall apart because somebody told you no? Absolutely not. Did your whole business fall apart because you got blocked or unfollowed or anything? No, that doesn't affect your business whatsoever. You're still in the same position you were before you asked the no. The only way that changes is if they say yes. Then the door is open and the opportunity and all of that can begin. So what we really put value on in the rejection of no is just simply in our mindset. And if you look at it in a way like it doesn't matter because you are talking to so many people at one time. It literally just happened to me. I just was texting Faith, and this girl was so set on becoming a VIP, the flash sale, and she has no interest in this current flash sale, and she keeps telling me, I'm in no hurry. And if I wasn't talking to so many people at this time, that would be a huge one because I'd be like, great, that's what I needed. Come on. I needed her to do it. And now I can't have the one that I needed that one more VIP or anything like that. I put too much value on that person's response. Again, if you're always talking to potentials, if you always have a borrow basket out, if you always have samples or relationships that you're talking to, it's like, okay, she told me this, write it on your list and keep going with the next person. We're not begging people to start to Monday. You do not have to give people all of this product to sign up as a VIP. We shouldn't lessen the value of what Monday is. The products speak for themselves. It's such an incredible company to be a part of. All of these things, we don't need to try to sell someone on like, you got to do this, sign up. It's an awesome opportunity and amazing products. We're lucky we got both in one thing. So if people aren't interested, it's just, again, a no for now. It's not a no forever.
Yep. And if,
Yeah.
and if you any response, if you've been in this company any amount of time, you know that if they're talking to you, it only means not now.
Yeah.
Not now. It eventually, Melody and I can attest to that. We've had so many people, even especially the craziest thing is a year to date. From the day that I started it, and those no's that I got that day, exactly a year later, they signed up because they're like, oh, her hair didn't fall out.
Yeah, they were watching.
I guess I'll try now.
Because she's still styling. I don't think it's extensions. I guess I'll say yes.
Yeah.
Is it okay to follow it up? Like, so I had my dad's cousin. I hit her up and she was kind of interested and she was just like, oh, I'm a basic person. I just use Suave, You know, I did my deal. And she was like, no, I'm good at this time. And then I hit her up like at a flash sale and was like, hey, it's, you know, the time, like this is the time to get the best price, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know if everybody else is like me, but I don't like when people use my name in a sentence. So her response back to me was, Amanda, no thank you.
Oh, yeah, I don't like
Like,
that.
I got her. I'm like, why'd you have to use my name? Like, you could have just said no, thank you. But so I just followed it up with, okay, well, when you're ready to try it, just let me know. I have a borrow basket and you could try the products.
Yeah. Just leave
Perfect.
it at that and write it down in your notes, her name and what her last response to you is. Even put the date and then go on to your next potential.
But always leaving it on a positive note, like it doesn't affect you, is perfect.
The way somebody ends the thing is the way you end. Well, you don't need to say her name and then okay. Let me know. But I always try to end it with it open, and that's what you did. If you ever change your mind, that's the best way. That's genius, and that's what you need to keep it.
I
Because
probably would have ended it with a Rosh just you know. You ended it well.
yeah, you did. That's
Yeah.
really good because it's still open. It's not a shut door. And then she's going, okay, well, maybe. And then
she's like, "Maybe
what
I'll
you
look
need
into
to
it."
do, Amanda, is go on and go through your borrow basket in a story, and then go and post. I just got this borrow basket. Even if you didn't, I just picked up this borrow basket. It's available for the next person who wants to borrow it for a week. DM me and let me know, so she knows what the heck you're talking about. So you're keeping it up, and then your last message to her is still staying up there. And keep the conversation going. When she posts the story, reply nice. Just act like whatever happened is not there and just keep going. Otherwise, she doesn't want to talk to you about it because she thinks, oh, she's mad at me. Even if she was mad at you, we're not going to keep it in that area. We're going to take it to a positive.
Yeah. I tried to end it in a positive, and then I just sent to Derek about how funny this
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's what we have to do. I so many times, her and I will message each other, and I'll be like, rude. That was so rude. But I'm not going to reply to that person rude. You got to get it out.
No, my favorite is when somebody was rude to me about my stuff, and then they're selling something else, and then they're hitting me up for it.
Oh my
I'm
God.
like, should I repeat what you just said to me? It happens all the time, but I don't. I'm always nice.
Well, the funny part is her daughter-in-law sells that Color Street nails,
Yeah.
and I ordered like $45 stuff, and then you could have like, I mean, I know it's not her, you know what I mean, but it's like
but still
Oh.
rude.
I
Oh, well.
keep posting on her daughter's stuff, like, oh, I love my nails, they're awesome, thank you, like throwing out the positive.
Do it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Anyone else with books? Anyone else with recommendations? If not, we'll keep going.
No, I need to start doing more. I've definitely been lacking, and I've, like you, kind of felt it hitting me. And so I know I need to refocus on it. I don't know that I have the focus right now to work on a book with 2 little kids running around, but I need to get a podcast going.
Yeah.
And I have a ton of them earmarked. I just have not committed to one yet. So
Even
I'm always
Audible
in the
though,
trenches.
Amanda.
Oh yeah, Audible.
Audible. All those books are on Audible. The ones that
She doesn't read.
I'm
She
the
does
Audible
Audible.
queen. I will buy the book and it will sit there
She will.
until I buy it on Audible, and I'll listen to it while I'm doing dishes. But even if I freaking read the book, I will not obtain it,
Absorb it. or
absorb
anything.
it like I will when I'm doing the dishes, listening to it. It just that's who I am. So I've accepted it.
Yeah.
I'll write down notes when I get a chance.
I
so.
like having the physical book. There's something about it for me that
Yeah.
it's like,
I wish I
okay,
did.
and I'll read it. You just have to find your time.
Yeah. I like
and
reading and
can't tell
marking
you
and
this.
writing down things and all of that. So I'm that
Mhm.
same way, but it's just the focus time to do it. So podcasts, I can get myself to listen to and pause and fast forward and do all of that. I just don't have any that have been my favorites lately.
Yeah.
Often Ambitious is still my favorite.
Okay.
It's still my everything. Angie Lee is really good too. We also like your virtual upline
Yep.
for a podcast. I am I'm sexist in the way that I really like to listen to women.
Yeah.
And so I don't know why when a guy is speaking, I'm just like, okay, let me take the few points, and I can't listen to him as much.
Yeah, I have a harder time listening.
But women, I always feel like, yes, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, you just got to find yours, because mine has been changing. I have always been the one that goes to bed early and then wakes up early, and I've just completely changed in quarantine. And I was not accepting it for forever, but now I know I stay up late, so I'm going to read before bed. and I can make my notes, and then I start my morning really positive by reading before bed instead of scrolling on Instagram or anything like that.
The Jasmine Star Show is another one. If you
She's
want
really
to,
good.
if you want to try
Which
a
one?
new podcast, the Jasmine Star Show. She's a self-made, like, came from totally poor, and she's on
Instagram too.
She's
That's a good
amazing.
one. She does a lot of lives. So does Angie Lee.
Yeah.
But
sometimes I feel like I've listened to all of Angie's things, and then
yeah,
I'm
I
getting
actually have
repeats.
got
Yeah.
off of Angie Lee right
Me
now,
too.
and I'm
And
just
I
on-
like Often Ambitious and Jasmine Star are really good.
All right. If nobody has any more suggestions, we're going to keep going. So this can keep going. So we're not going to keep you guys too long. Okay.
I have
We
one.
already talked about. Oh, yeah. Go. Yay, Faith.
I was just waiting. I saw everyone keep unmuting. I'm like, I'm gonna wait. I've been reading. Someone talked about it on one of the Zooms. The "You Are the Girl for the Job."
Oh.
I actually got the book and the study guide that you can use with it.
Ah.
I've been reading that, and then the
Who
other
is
thing,
it by?
Jess Conley.
Okay.
The other thing that I like to do, like pretty much daily, is I have a little, what do you call it, music album that I've downloaded a bunch of, my Christian
Yeah.
worship music, and that always helps me.
I like that. Connie and Stephanie used to always tell us, and I've done it a couple times, I definitely do it during flash sales, that you need to have a motivational or something that pumps you up when you're working. Because I can't listen to podcasts and work. No way. I have to listen to podcasts, take my notes, and then I can work and do my reach outs. Otherwise, I was like, wait, well, what did they say? It's too much for me. But they've always said that. I did make a motivational one, but I don't use it as often, but it absolutely works. It's things that people suggest that worked for them. And so that's a brilliant idea. Make your little playlist, guys, of songs that get you going, especially when you need it. Sometimes we just need that song, right?
Yep.
I'm especially big on Christian songs right now. I just need it. I need it to get me through. I'll hear it. Maybe I'll cry. Of course, you guys all know I'll cry. And then I'll go on, wipe my tears, stop feeling sorry for myself, and go on to the next thing.
That's what mine are all the time, is the Christian music right now.
I love that. I know you always post good songs with your stories, and I'm always like, what song is that? Okay. So everybody write those down. I think as a group, we should definitely decide if we all want to start a book together or listen to a book together, and then check in with each other constantly and when we do these Zoom calls. But I just wanted to talk to you guys. I did a little bit about this is your business, and the beauty of direct sales is the fact that it is your business and you are in charge of your circumstances, right? Because you put in the hours, you reach out to the people, you are in charge of your post, you are in charge of staying consistent. So instead of someone else being in charge of your pay, you are. That's a beautiful thing. That's a really beautiful thing. You have the opportunity to change your entire circumstances by what you put into this job. So that's your business. That's everything. Of course, Chrissy and I are always here to help you do everything that you need. But again, the ball is always in your court. So what we want you to write down is, first, what do I want most from this? What do you want from money? And I want you guys to write it down. Chrissy and I wrote it down too. So I'm just going to read mine just so you guys can get, like, what do I want most? I want no more stress about money. I want the money issue to not be something that we ever have to stress about again, because we're in a good financial position. That's what I want. That's the first thing that came up to my mind. So from that, I think it will give my family and I a better life, just because we won't have that stress. Because if you think about it, that is like number one for couples, number one for parents. That is such a stressful thing. I want no debt. And we only have like a dental bill and then one other one that we pay. It's small, but I don't want any debt, and I want a huge savings. Those are the things that I want. I want just a complete life change in all of that. You want to share yours before I go to the next one?
So pretty much I want to be the provider in my family. My husband always has, and he's just worked himself to the bone, and like I literally feel like he is shortening his life because of the hours he works. He wakes up mostly at 3 a.m., doesn't get home till 6. He's tired. It's hard for him to be the dad he wants to be. So I want to be the provider so that he could have his dream job, which is just doing things on the side and stuff like that. That carpet,
But working out with his hands
Yes.
and doing carpet, all of those amazing
all of
things.
his creative things. So that's the biggest thing for me. I have other things, of course, I want to be at all the things. That's the biggest thing.
Sorry, Chrissy.
It's okay.
All right, next. Oh, was that was
Yeah.
all?
I said I
thought that was good. I thought it was really great.
Is that all?
I thought you were
Like, yeah, I have all of the other like
Sorry, that
main
was
things.
beautiful. I know your goal has always been to retire your husband. Okay,
Well,
guys.
okay, this is what I will say though. I also want to be the person that I have always admired. And that will get me to start to cry, but it's like I want to be the person that's fearless to share and help people and share the things that are tough and actually be the person that brings people out of those scary things. People, they stay in their misery and they think they're alone. And because I've been through so many miserable things and come out on the other side of it, I want to be able to be the person that's like, I'm going to share my story so that you can share yours. Because then other people, I want it to trickle, and that is something, I think, the number one thing that this business has brought out of me, because it is so not me. So there's my vulnerable one.
It is now.
There's the one that
Does anybody want to share? Oh,
Go
go
ahead,
ahead,
Breezy.
Breezy. Can you unmute yourself? I can unmute you if you can't. All right, let me do it. Breezy.
asked to unmute?
Oh, that tells me to ask to unmute. Well,
Oh, there it
There you
goes. It asked me to unmute. Okay. So I have been I've been struggling really hard with this. I've been getting like, no. You're like the 7th person on my feed that sells Moned. I'm sick of seeing it. Like, I'm like, go pound sand. Like, I want to tell everybody go F off. That's like how I feel right now. But I'm trying to like be positive about it. But what I want to do is, and it's going to sound funny, but I want to obviously get out of debt, but I want to buy Adam a Harley.
Aww.
Like, so he doesn't have to do it. And I want to, give my girls their dream weddings and stuff like things that I never got to have. I want them to have that I never did. Sorry.
It's okay.
No makeup on and I'm all chunky.
I love that, Brittany.
I want to give my kids a life that I didn't have. And I want to get it to me.
I love that.
Okay, no more crying, guys. Come on. Don't cry. I can never say that. I'm the worst.
She of
But
all
yeah.
people can't say that.
All right. Anybody else want to share? What do you
This
have
is Ron-
guys?
This is Rhonda.
Go
Okay.
ahead, Rhonda.
Hi. I really need to get started on this. I wanted to try it. I talked to Christina Carter, who's, my buddy, and I just wanted to try it because my daughter had acne really bad, and I'm 56 and aging because I do work 12-hour days. I spend my time supporting my daughters because I'm raising them on my own. I was a widow from 5 years ago. So I am that person who is working to death, and I want to be able to afford a car that's in the 2000s. We have, I have a 2000, but I mean a 2006, something better than a 2006, Our cars are just old, and I have three beautiful girls, and I wanted to try the products because I feel that if I didn't try them for a couple months, I can't sell something that I'm not behind 100%. And I really do like the products. My daughter, she said, you better have this every time I'm out, it better be here. She starts leaving me notes, order my face stuff, order my face. I have these notes all the time. And it's really, for me, the products are really good now. I feel comfortable starting to call friends and say, hey, I have this great product. Let's get going.
I love that.
So I'm working with Christina this week to get started.
Yes, I know. I'm gonna that Zoom call or onboarding call. I think that's
Yes.
amazing, and you have to have a definite why. You got to have a reason for, because if you're working 12-hour days, you are exhausted. You're exhausted. And
I am.
we grew up with really cheap cars.
And a single
Yes.
mom.
Yeah, a
So
single
we
mom
hear
as
ya.
well, and she raised. There were 6 of us, but the other 3 got up and got married, and me and my sisters were the only ones with my mom, and we
She
had
never didn't work more like less than 3 jobs.
Right.
She did everything.
and so when I got married and we got a car, I one day I just broke down and cried, and I was like, it's so awesome to have a car that doesn't break down
It is.
or run out of gas.
Yes.
It's something
Yeah.
that you don't think about if you've never been through.
Yeah.
So I totally understand. I totally get it. And that's an amazing goal and dream and reason to do it. Thank you
Yes,
for
my
sharing.
my best car working wise is a 95 Toyota Corolla.
Those
A
Toyotas.
95. Yeah, bad.
They really are great.
Toyotas are the best.
You don't sell Toyotas. You keep Toyotas forever. Their resale value is amazing. We have 2.
Yeah, I'm keeping it.
That's amazing. Okay. Anyone else? Thank you again, Rhonda. Anyone else want to share before I tell you the next? Oh, I'm mute.
I'll share.
Go ahead.
So I want to be able to make more money than my husband. And for my husband always, we have a running joke for those that don't know me very well. He always tells me, well, that's the line you chose to stand in. Like as a joke, anytime I get mad at not making extra money at work or getting a raise or whatever, because he's a CHP officer. So I told him the day I make more than him, I'm going to tell him, well, that's the line you chose to stand in.
Yeah.
This is a joke, but no, I want to make at least as much as him so that we could put one of our checks in savings and then one of our checks to live off of. Because I mean, he puts his life on the line every day. And he's been working 16 to 18-hour shifts, and I'm just tired of it. People have no respect for first responders anymore, and I just cannot wait for him to be done. And the less he has to be out there, the better for our family. I mean, we have little kids, and I couldn't imagine if something were to happen. So that's why I joined, why I'm doing this.
How are we supposed to keep going? Anyone else? God, Krista, that's beautiful. So good. Thank you for sharing, Krista.
I couldn't even speak. That was so
I know.
good.
We love your husband and everything that he does.
Oh my
and
God, the greatest guy. He's such an awesome guy.
I can't
This is
imagine
why I
that.
don't talk, because I always cry.
Well,
It's not
so
that I
do
don't
I.
want to, I just don't want to cry.
Oh my God. Thank you, Krista.
Love you.
Anyone else?
I'll share mine and I'll read it quickly enough that it won't allow me to cry. Because
Oh,
I keep
nice
crying.
try.
I keep crying with everybody else. So the one that makes me cry, I'll tell you which one it is, but I'm not going to cry. So I put the biggest things I want is I want to upgrade our house. I want us to be able to afford that. I want us to be able to continue traveling as a family and not lose out because of it's going to come, because of my life courses that have happened. For anybody who knows, I want to prove to myself that I can be successful without a fucking corporation.
Amen.
And I want no more guilt is the biggest one that gets me. No more guilt about giving up a full-time job.
Oh, man. I love that.
I'm totally getting that. You're able to do this.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you guys so much for sharing that. It seriously means so much. Who's next? That's gonna make us cry.
Thank you, Amanda. I love that.
Gosh.
And goodness, girl, you don't deserve any guilt.
Gosh.
You're an amazing mommy.
Anyone else want to share before we go on to the next one? Just unmute. If not, we'll just go. Don't.
I just want to say thank you guys because you guys are criers. I'm not a crier. I get the giggles. I start laughing when things go bad. So I'm over here smiling and laughing, going, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I can't cry."
I'm both. But if I'm laughing really hard, you can't hear me because my laugh is really silent sometimes. It's pointless. Okay, we're gonna go on to the next one. Unless anybody else wants to. Yes.
I do real quick. I got on super late, so I'm like just barely catching up. But I have one big goal for next month. Excuse me, I'm okay. Bye. Sorry. My bad. It was quiet until I unmuted. Anyways, I want to get my girls ranking next month. For sure. That's like my first goal for next month. And I'm tripping about moving to North Carolina. Like tripping. Like it's coming. It's 2 months from now. Like. So I'm not at where I want to be, but I don't want to move out there and be like, shit, what am I going to do with my life? Like, I'm scared, like straight up scared. So I don't want to have to continue to be scared. I'm really hoping to have a good base before I go, or at least have enough money saved up to where I don't have to worry until I do find something and until I'm where I want to be with Monat. And that's definitely feasible. Like one of my MPs that signed up last month, we signed up her first VIP. That's why I was late. So I'm so excited. We're gonna go places and we're gonna do it together. So my own basket. So like all these things are attainable, and I'm like super duper excited. So financial burden, I'm hoping won't be long. I don't have a lot of debt or anything. Actually, I don't think I have any debt. But I also like want to get my credit score up. I want to be able to like make sure my bills are paid on time. I just want the basic, but I want to be comfortable with my basics and it's only going to happen. I'm not going to be all crybaby like y'all. No, I'm not judging.
Come on, Dorian. Not one tear. Not a tear.
No, what I'm doing.
I cry with your story. Yeah, your story makes us cry all the time.
I know.
Okay.
You're definitely a heart, that's for sure.
Who's next? Thank you, Dorian.
All right, I'll do mine.
Yes.
I wrote that I just want to be able to contribute more. But the biggest thing is that I want to feel successful and be proud of myself.
Aw. Dang it, Faith. You should be. You freaking hit MMB. Yeah, freaking jerk. You did it in like 6 months. You know how hard that is for people to do? Gosh, you make us cry all the time. Full of proud to tears.
I've shown it on my stories multiple times.
Oh, I love that page.
I just have to tell you, Christina, everybody was texting me, Melody, you hit MM? And I was like, no, I didn't. I know what I have to hit to MM. And Chrissy's like, no, you hit it. Faith hit MMB. And I was like, Faith hit MMB? This camera hitting the car. I was like, oh my God, I gotta text her. I gotta get off the phone with you. I gotta tell her. I was so freaking excited. I couldn't wait to get that news, but it's so much better. And I know you guys know this. When your girls have a goal and hit it, it's way better than yours could ever be. It truly is. This is awesome to hit a Cadillac rate. It's amazing that Faith in the beginning of this month says it's not happening anymore. I'm hitting MMB. It should freaking hit it. And I was like, yes, that's what you do. You say there's nothing else. This is the only thing that you got. There's nothing else that's going to get you there, and you do it. All right, guys, next question, unless somebody else wants to share. I'd love to hear the rest of you. Anyone else? All right. We're going to write down, what's the biggest thing that you are afraid of in this? What are you so afraid of? Mine are the same that they've been since I have begun this business. And I thought that it would change and you would be like, yeah, get over it. Rejection is easier for me. All of these are easier for me, but it is still always a fear of mine. Reaching out to people still scares the crap out of me. I take it so much better, but it's still something is still scary for me. Going lives by myself, that freaks me out. Speaking in public, you guys all know that freaks me out. That's the scariest thing. But the scariest thing of all would be to stay in the same place that I've always been, and to have no life change, and to have Monat not even be an option. That is literally the scariest thing in the world to me.
Yep. Same.
I'll go next.
Okay. Huh?
This is Rhonda. I'll go first on this one.
Okay. Awesome.
My biggest fear is the camera.
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh, we're gonna take care of that one right away.
Yeah. The camera. I don't like it.
Yes.
It doesn't like me. I'm not happy about it. So if you notice, my camera is not on.
Yes.
You know we're the safest place to start, Rhonda.
Yeah, it's true. It's here.
Yeah, I do not look. I'm 56. Going to be 56 in a couple months, and I just do not like the way I look now. Yeah.
Well, Rhonda, what I did is I'm still not there, believe me. I'm speaking by myself is very hard. I've done one so far and that's it, but I've done a couple with my daughter. So if you have daughters, or I don't know if you have grandchildren yet, or, you know, your husband or somebody you could do it with, it makes it a friend. It makes it that more comfortable. It's kind of weird to say, but it really does, because you have half of the focus not on you.
Exactly. That's true. I would definitely say do that with one of your daughters if they were, especially since they love the products. Even doing a video with you, maybe them laying on the counter, sounds weird, washing their hair and showing people how you wash hair with the products. Anything like that, it really does take, and I know Amanda will agree, it takes ripping off the Band-Aid for you to go like, okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And then you do it. It may take a little bit longer in between before you do it again, or you just keep going and you keep doing it. But really, ripping off the Band-Aid is what sets you into being able to do it. There's no other like practice and then you'll do it. That's the only way. Yep. Now, thank you for sharing.
Oh, you're welcome.
I want to go. Can I go?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so so the camera doesn't scare me so much if I don't have to be serious, and I'm not serious about anything. And it's working for me. Like, if I was serious, legit, I would lose everybody. They would be like, this is the wackest thing I've ever seen Dorian do in my life.
Dorian, be serious?
Yeah, being serious about like whatever bullshit she's trying to sell, I'm not buying. That's what would happen. So I am afraid of eventually having everybody signed up that I know, because that's happening very fast, actually. And then running out of people in my circle. You know what I mean? Like my mom. Okay, so in my house right now, I have 3 VIPs who live with me alone. And I'm getting my cousin next before he leaves. He knows it already. He's getting it before he leaves because he started the face wash last week, and he's hooked. So I was like, before you move to Washington, you have to sign up, because I'm not mailing you shit from North Carolina. It's not happening. I do have a customer in Texas, and I don't even know how. We don't know how we were friends on Facebook. She's already done. She's hooked, and that's it. I don't have to worry about her. She knows how to use her flagship, all that. She's like, don't even worry, you got me for life. I'm like, well, you have any questions, I'm here. But she's like, I'm good, I got it. I'm like, all right. You know what I mean? And then so I worry about running out of people. And next, I'm just going to talk everybody into signing up as an MP. My MP that just signed up her first VIP is already planning on signing up as an MP next month. So those things are like, those are goals I have. My sister plans on doing it too. I was like, really? I did not see that one coming. So eventually I'm going to run out of all these people, okay? And then when I move, I'm not going to know anybody. Not only that, Leanne sells Monat too. So I'm like, what's going to happen then? Either way, I'm not going to give up. And everybody will probably see a lot more lives then too.
Okay, those are 2 negative things that are actually really positive. So first, I'll just address Leanne. You have a running buddy in North Carolina already. She works at a salon, so you can do events together. You don't know anybody, so everybody that you meet is your potential customer. That's a very positive thing. The second thing is your warm market. Your warm market brings you more people, and by doing that, you can go now, because you have customers, and say, if you post a before and after, I'll send you a $5 gift card or something like that. Or just, can you do me a favor? You can ask for favors. They're your friends, and you can say, I'm trying to hit a goal. Would you mind just posting your before and after and tagging me in it so people know that you don't know
your
about
VIP's
that.
friends are your potential.
And you know what that also brings? When people reply to their before and after, those people actually become market partners. So all of these things are very positive things. And we've been doing this for 2.5 years, Dory, and so we already warm out of our warm market.
Anybody that Melody and I sign up pretty much is people weren't our friends.
We're our friends or told us no for 2 years.
Yeah, we're pretty much out of our warm market.
Yeah, my mom was my hardest.
Yes. If you got
She
your
was
mom,
hard.
you're good.
6 months of just drilling my mom, and now she's like, I'm never looking back. I'm like, I told you. Why don't you listen to me?
And the second I want you to know is that Melody and I are sisters. So pretty much we grew up with the same group of friends. So
Yeah.
if anybody has the excuse of, oh, well, they're blah, 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 I'm like, no, we're
That was mine.
sisters. Yeah. And we both have earned our cards. That's a huge testimony to anybody who's like, oh my gosh, everybody sells Monet.
Right.
Yeah, but not everybody is you.
Right.
You're the only you.
Exactly.
And
True.
people can
Very
trust you
true.
over anybody else. So
I've
it's
had
just-
people sign up straight up because I said, I was like, Troy's hands. Both of them just earned a card. And they're like, okay, I'll sign up right now. I was like, that's what I thought. I'm like, that is awesome. So another one that bugs me or scares me is I have two other things. One is being a leader. I half-assed everything because I wasn't paying attention. So I'm like totally doing this ass backwards. It's working probably a lot slower than it's supposed to. And I definitely catch on to everything a lot later. I'm sure you guys see me. I'm like, wait a minute, what happened? Like that's legit my life every day. But I'm afraid. I want my girls to be able to be up way past me, way faster than I did, because I want to be able to lead them correctly. You know what I mean?
Right.
And not start off all sluggish and not optimistic like they are. They're like, gun roll, let's do it. I'm like, all right, this is how we do this. Like I even had to tell my girlfriend, I'm like, you got to VIP sign up right now. She's like, wait, I didn't. I was like, well, that's one of our mutual friends, but you guys are like best friends, and I want her to be your VIP, you know? And so she got the email. She's like, that's so exciting. And now I'm ready for her to be like, all right, let's do this. I'm down, because she hit me up the other day. She only signed up to help me out, like I did with Leanne, you know? And then she used the 30-second miracle on a guy friend, and she's like, do you see this? And I'm like, it's crazy, right? She's like, what side was that? I was like, it's his right eye. She's like, okay, what are we going to do to make people buy my shit? And I'm like, see? She was so firm. She's like, I'm not selling anything. She totally changed her mind, and now she's got a VIP 2 days later. So I'm like super stoked. I'm just afraid of not being the right leader. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it absolutely makes sense. And I think everybody feels that joining. And as soon as people start to join, you're like, okay, responsibility. And I understand that. I could lead people. I never wanted to lead people. It's why I did hair and makeup with just my own, because I only had to worry about myself. So this is a whole different ball game. And what I do suggest is watching videos and training yourself on things that leaders do. Make sure you're up to date on that, because now you are responsible. And I know that's a weight, but just make it light. Yeah, it's an amazing thing. People want to join you to do this well. That's an amazing thing. But the thing, sorry, not to cut her off. The thing that is the most important in a leader is showing people rather than saying anything. Right. And that's something that you do every day. Right. You show up every day and you're showing them your work ethic, and that's what they're looking at. That so many leaders lead the other way, and their team never sees them working. Right. Melody and I did it in the beginning. So you leading and you showing them is the biggest thing that you can do, and you're already doing that. So know that you're already being a really good leader, and the other stuff is going to come natural. You will learn it along the way. Yeah. And if you don't,
that's what I told them too. That's what I told them too. I was like, look, I really don't know shit about what I'm doing, but like, it'll come, I think. and it happens.
It will.
You know?
It will. You're already doing a great job, Dorian. Thank you, Dorian.
Thank you. And then the last thing is becoming stagnant. Like I've got that like peak going, like where it's just going up, and I'm expecting it. I'm waiting for some way somehow it's gonna like come crashing, but that hasn't happened yet. So it's cool. I've got great momentum right now, and I'm just trying to stay there. And that's when the fear of running out of people in my circle jumps in. And I guess I probably shouldn't be future tripping on that because I haven't gotten close to that yet. But it's still like a reality. Like I know it's gonna happen. I'm gonna hit a bump in the road somewhere and be like, well, this is shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's going to happen, and it's going to happen again, and it's going to happen again, and it happens all the time with us. It just happens. It doesn't mean you don't have momentum. It means you're in a time period of planting seeds, right? And that the next month, those are going to come out. You will never, ever run out of people if you are continuing to be reaching out on social media, talking to people. You can friend new people. You will never run out of people. That is not going to happen. But you planting seeds and that needing time for that to grow, that is going to happen. Right. Right. Okay. But it doesn't mean your business is stopped. It means you're in a time.
Oh, no, definitely not. Every
Yeah,
once in a while I get a little payment. I'm like, oh, that's pretty fancy.
You,
Oh, you're
that's why we say
joking.
it's a roller coaster. You're going to have ups and downs, but the downs don't mean that your business isn't successful.
Right.
The downs just mean that you're watering those seeds.
Right?
Yes. I
You're
literally
farming
like stopped a couple of seeds. I had a few people who wanted to sign up, but they were like not exactly sure yet. I'm like, look, I'm gonna nail you next month.
All
Next
right.
month, when we're going for more ranks of girls, we're gonna be doing this next month. So that's kind of like my thing. I slow down for the end of the month, and I'm gonna hit everybody hard in the beginning of next month.
You got it, Doreen. Awesome. Who's next?
Can I go
Good job,
next?
Doreen. Yes.
I think my biggest fear is going live. Like I work at a bank, and I feel comfortable talking to a whole bunch of people. Sometimes we do like I don't know, like outings and stuff, like talking to big companies with a group of people. I'm okay with people in front of me, but for some reason with the camera, I'm just not as comfortable. But actually my boyfriend and I were gonna do a video. It's not gonna go live because he's also kind of nervous a little bit going live because he works with a bunch of guys because he's an iron worker, and he is also what do you call him? Oh my gosh, not a business agent, but some I forgot what's it called. Oh, he's on the executive board for the union, so he's comfortable.
Oh.
He's comfortable talking in front of people, but as far as like the video part, we're not too comfortable. But we made up a script for tonight. We're gonna talk about the oil. We
Yay! Oh my
gosh,
I love that.
it's gonna be it's gonna be a video, but not live. But it's a start.
It's a start.
It is a start.
So good.
And you do have to just start, and then that will get you to the other. And believe me, I am the same. That's what I always said, because I used to do trainings with doing hair and makeup, and I was like, I can do that any day. And then someone would say, can you go speak at an event with people you don't know? Like, oh, and I'd be like, no, I'll do training. I'll get behind a chair and I'll do that. And then speaking to a camera, I've always been afraid of just somebody popping up and like saying something and me getting distracted and losing my train of thought. And that has actually rarely ever happened. Even with lives, the first ones I'll never post, and you guys will never see my very first lives by myself.
I might share them.
Oh my God.
Come on, we need a video of this is where you came from.
Oh
This is
no,
where you
I'm
are.
already.
If it comes up, I promise I'll
You
share
guys
it again.
already saw the flash sale one of me messing up so many freaking times. It's so annoying. I
Just
hate
know if you
messing
guys
up.
think that yours is bad,
Ours is way
ours
worse.
was worse.
God, you don't even know.
That's
like,
why you have to share it.
Agreed. We get to see it
I'll
or it
find
didn't
it.
happen.
Shut up. You will not share it.
And Laura, I love that Kiki is going to do it with you. Tell him I love him.
Will
And
do.
that- it makes it so much better if you could do that, and then you kind of, it's the same thing. It just changes the way you see how, okay, that wasn't so bad, and then you could do it again and do it again. And if you need to, every time, have your boyfriend come and do a video with you until you can fully do it by yourself. I think it's great. There's no reason why you have to do them by yourself in the beginning. You could do them with anyone. You go for it, whatever it's going to take to get you to do the video, do it. And I love that you have notes. That makes me so happy.
Okay.
Anybody
Wow,
else?
you're already facing your fears. That's so good.
Okay, I'm gonna go really quick because it's 2 hours later here and I need to go to bed. So,
All right. I gotta finish
but
right after you, Maddie, okay?
Cool. Okay. I also wanted to share my number one really quick because I finally got the courage to share it. So I'm gonna share it because I didn't want to start crying, so I'm just gonna talk kind of fast. That way I don't start crying because I don't want to cry. It says my internet connection is unstable. Hopefully it's okay. But
I can hear you, but you are frozen.
That's okay. What I want to get out of this for my number one is, my mom was a single mom for the past several years, and I know that she's just worked her booty off to literally give me everything. See, I'm gonna start crying. Dang it. Okay. And I mean, she's a teacher, so she's a single mom, and she works so dang hard, and she helped me pay my way through college so that I didn't have any loans or anything, and helped me pay for my wedding even as a single mom. And so I just want to use this to work as hard as she did and be able to give my kiddos the same thing that she's given my brother and I, even as a single mom. So I just want to work, I just want to get to do everything that she was able to, and this is going to help me do that. So yeah, and then, so it failed. I started crying. It's fine. And then my number 2 is kind of just like the same as Dory. The number 2 is just making sure that I'm like you guys already talked about it, but I always fear not being successful in this, because I just want to be successful in everything that I do. So that's always a fear that I have going into things. And so you guys already spoke a lot of encouragement into me with what you said with Dorian. So
I love that. I love that, Maddie.
Thank
so
you,
good.
Maddie. Appreciate you guys, and that was awesome. So there's my share. I finally.
Thank you. I'm so proud of you. That's so good.
But here we are.
I love that. Okay, so here's the deal now. You guys have what you really want from this, and you guys have what really scares you, your biggest fear. And now here's the big shebang. You got to pick one. That's it. You cannot have time freedom, true life change, and hold on to, Christina's going to love this, some bullshit story of your big fear. Yep. You can only have one. Yes. So you got to let go of the other. You have to.
If you continue to allow the fear to rule you, that will be the only thing. That'll be what takes your dreams away. Right? And it's really that simple. You can't have fear and have your dreams.
You can't. I mean, there's times where you'd be asked to do something new, but if you're going to let that be bigger than what you actually want, then that wins. Yes. You got to know that you can't just keep saying like, oh, I hope and I wish, but you still in the back of your mind are saying, yeah, but this. You got to let it go.
And it's not like Melody and I, she shared my fears because I have the fear of failure. I have the fear of a leader. That's one of my biggest fears too. Failing as a leader, all of those things. Yeah. Her and I still have those fears, but they haven't held us back because we're constantly telling them no. And it's always going to be that way. Your fears are always going to be there, but are you going to use it as a tool to push you and say, I'm going to face the scariest thing that I've written down, or are you going to allow it to rule you? Right. Fear can be a positive thing if you allow it to push you, if you use it as something positive. Oh, that's the scariest thing. I'm going to do that tomorrow. Right. I'm going to write down my notes. Right. And me and my boyfriend are going to do a video. We're going to start there. We're going to start somewhere. Right. Start battling your fears.
Right. Start somewhere is exactly right. You guys, and I'll always share this. You don't think, as soon as Christina Smallwood, and she freaking asked me a month ago to talk with her, and I told you guys I wanted to say no because that makes me feel uncomfortable. I will support her constantly. When we first started this business, Christina got asked to 4 months in to do a training in front of Krista Parney, Christina Smallwood. I can't think of who else was all on there.
Bonnie, Brittany Rose.
All of them in a room.
All the ones that make you want to shit your pants.
She got asked to. And everybody was like, oh, Melody, you're next. And I was like, heck no, I'm never doing that. I'm never doing a training. And every time they asked us to do something, I'm like, oh my God, ask somebody else. There's so many more qualified people. You are qualified to do this job. Otherwise, this job wouldn't be in your lap. Stop thinking this is not something that you can't do. It is absolutely perfect for you. There is nothing else out there that is going to do the things on your list that you want but this. And you have to see it that way. If you see it any other way, guys, it's not happening. So you make sure when you take that list, everybody take of the thing that you are most freaking afraid of and tear it up into a bunch of pieces, because it's not anymore, because we're all doing those things, right? We're all doing it. It's not happening anymore.
through that.
Light it on fire.
Right. It's over with. We are gonna face our fears. We're gonna do. Oh, Chrissy's got more fear.
I do.
And guys, it's really good to always do that. You gotta always, and I think we should do this more and more and more, because in different levels you'll have different fears. Like you'll face your fears and you're okay, now what? Public speaking is always probably going to scare the crap out of me, but it's something that I'm always going to have to do. Doing lives by myself is always going to make me sweat and turn my stomach, but I'm still going to say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and go. I'm not going to allow myself to have any time in between. Highly suggest doing that. Anytime I go for a live, she's now used to it. I say, are you ready? Yeah. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. We don't sit there and go, okay, what's next? Okay, what are you going to speak about? Okay, we already did that, and you just,
like, it'll come.
Go. Yeah, you just go.
It'll come. And what's the worst?
Yeah.
You fail and you delete the video.
And it's hilarious when you fail.
Yeah, and you guys, you have to know that people don't want to see you always being perfect.
Yeah.
Being perfect means that they can't do it. So them seeing you fail is the biggest thing that's going to be like, oh, wow,
it's relatable.
She's real. And if she's failing, I can fail at that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so relatable, and you being vulnerable is the biggest thing that are going to get people to trust you. And that is what this business is about, people trusting you. And then they're going to be like, oh, my friend sells, but I trust Dorian. Because Dorian's always just so real. Like, she says everything for what it is, you know?
Put it out there. Put it out there and say, this makes me super uncomfortable, but I'm going to go for it anyways. Sorry, you guys, if I stumble on my words or I lose my train of thought. I really am trying to push myself to do this. Put it out there. You could say, ooh, we're outside.
Melody's fearful of bugs.
I'm over it. Scaring bugs. But really, when you even say those things, it's something that somebody will relate to and be like, okay, I never thought I could do that because that scared the crap out of me, and I can see that she's doing it even though it scared the crap out of her.
Yes.
It's super motivating regardless in any sort of thing. Being real, being honest, just putting your things that make you uncomfortable, just put them out there right away. That's the best way to authentically be you. And then when you go on, you're just always you. You're never having to put on a show or be perfect. Your mess, your chaos is somebody else's mess and chaos, and you're relating to them in that way. And you're attracting the same people by putting that out there. And that's really what you want. You want to work with people that are like-minded like you, that want this. I don't want us to ever, when we're talking about, and Christina and I have just recently been doing this, I thought when you would have to put out a video for a potential, I thought it was like something like I really had to talk somebody into it. No, you have to just tell them exactly what this opportunity is, and you have to keep sharing it, and you always have to be talking to people.
We're not convincing, we're educating.
Exactly. You're educating somebody on what this actually is. So I know you all can do it, and don't think for a minute when you guys actually do the live, when you've told us you're afraid, that we don't see it, because we always do. I am so freaking proud of when someone says, this makes me feel uncomfortable, and then I immediately see them post on their Insta stories, or they're like, I don't know, I really don't want to post, and I'm really seeing them post. I'm like, so amazing. Yeah. I'm cheering you on every step of the way. So proud of you girls. We see it all. I love your guys' posts. I love what you do. I love to see you working, and I even love more than any of that to see you guys change your lives by going and getting out of your comfort zone.
And even just the changed who you are. The scary stuff makes you a better person in all aspects of life. It'll make you a better friend, a better, I was going to say husband, a better wife, a better mom. Oh my gosh, it's 8:30, guys. This is sad.
A better friend, true.
But it really is, it as corny as it sounds, the self-development really is the most life-changing thing. Over the money, over the car, over the everything else, the friendships and the self-development are my favorite thing. The sisterhood, the fact that we get to work with all these amazing girls that are becoming our best friends, like, it's just incredible. I encourage you guys to share the scary stuff, share the stuff that isn't normal for you, share the vulnerable stuff. And I think it'll do so much for you and your friends, the people that follow you. So
yes,
we love you guys.
I know you guys are going to do it. You can always tag us in it too. Tag us in your posts, tag us in your videos, tag us in anything. So I would love to see it too, because I want to make sure I always see your guys' stuff. We are here for you guys. I am so proud of all of you. Thank you guys for sharing. It means the world to me. I'm probably going to go cry some more. I love you.
I'll bring your tissues.
Shut up, so will you. And again, guys, this is recorded right now, so I'm going to post it. And if any of your girls missed it, then go ahead and make Chrissy.
Sorry.
Well, I can't see now because we're reading the comments. Sisters aren't always the best thing, okay?
I am the best.
So when I post this, go ahead and tag your girls who might have missed this, and just let them know that it's something you need to watch, because I want everybody to do this.
Yes.
Tell all of your girls. Write down
Can
something.
we all share our fears and our what was the other one? Fears and
What we
our
want most?
dreams. What you want most out of this. Can we share that in Sister? I think that'll be really motivating. After this training, we'll share the link. But if everybody can write in there what their biggest fear is and what their biggest goal is, so that everybody can see, right?
I'm gonna put it on the sister page, not the messenger, right? You meant the page.
I'm at Messenger, but whatever. She's so bossy.
I am an 8. All right, guys, we're gonna put it in Messenger or the Facebook page. We will let you know. You guys will see it, and then I would love everybody to comment and share what they want, and then we'll go from there.
Thank you all for hopping on.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Melody.
being so vulnerable and sharing.
Oh wait, what?
Sorry, I was raising my hand. So before we end, this is not something I would normally feel comfortable saying, but I want to make it super, super transparent how close I am to my next level, and then also share a couple other things, but really quick. So I am literally 500 GV away from a lot of things. That means qualifying for the trip. That means hitting AMM.
Gosh, Amanda.
That means getting I'm just going to say it, getting bonus because my sister hit MMB. So it's a lot on the line for me. It's not going to not happen, but I'm trying to be mindful of my goal, and way I want it to happen is I want to help my 2 potential MPs that are on the verge of MMP get there. And so we are doing everything we can this week. Rhonda is going to have her launch party, so want to help get her business off and launch, which will also help Christina. And then my other newer MP has everything but she needs but her market partners. So we have opportunity calls and 2 parties for her this week. But I wanted to put it out there. Just everyone, please keep me in your thoughts and prayers. Krista is amazing. She reached out to me already and said, girl, I know you're close. If you need anything, let me know. So thank you, Krista. I love you for doing that.
Krista.
I promise to let you guys know when it comes down to the line. If anybody is considering making purchases for yourself, I don't want you to compromise your own volume. But if it comes down to the last line and anyone is willing to, don't put yourself out. But I just want to be transparent because I would hate to miss this or end up spending $600 to make it happen. So
Yes, you got this, Amanda.
Yeah, it's happening. So proud of you.
Krista, you're awesome. Gosh, you're always giving to others. Gosh, I love you guys all so much. This is just unlike anything else. Nobody does this for
Incredible.
each other to hit ranks in the business world ever. Ever. This is so incredible to be a part. This is so incredible to see. And I'm going to lose it because I know you're going to hit it. And I love this team. We are just, you guys are, God, you guys are changing us just by the way you are. I love you guys all. I love you for sharing your heart. I love you for always helping others. It is always going to come back to you. That is the most amazing thing. I talk about you guys constantly about what you do. There is nobody else like the sister crew.
Amen. Oh my gosh. you
God
girls are
named us out for a reason, all right? I love you all. Thank you for sharing that, Amanda.
Yes. Love you guys. So
Thank
proud
you
of
guys.
Gosh, can we just keep going? It's like therapy. But seriously, you guys blow me away, and these get us pumped. Like, I won't be able to sleep tonight. You guys are incredible, and this is everything Melody and I ever dreamed of, was to create something that we didn't have when we started. And God, you guys are so much more than we could have even thought up. So I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for being vulnerable. I know this isn't easy, but I feel like I love you all so much more, and I get to know you, and I just Like, that's my desire. I really want real relationships, not just between us and you, but as a team. And gosh, can we just have the hugest group of sister best friends?
Yeah,
Like,
can everybody
is that
come
not
into Big
incredible?
Bear tonight?
Anyways, I guess we better let you guys go. I love you all so much, and I can't wait to talk soon.
Yes.
Thank
About
you,
you
everyone.
hitting your rank, Amanda.
Yes.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.